Is Titano dead? Is crypto dead? Is the market dead? Is it dying? Let me tell you the answer right now. It's a no. The market ain't dead, Titano ain't dead, and for sure, crypto ain't dead. Let me explain further in this video right now. Sorry for being aggressive there. I'm just like, you know, the market's dipping, everyone's panicking. Just calm down. Let me show you what's happening right here. So we're on the Titano website. Right here, they updated their market cap's 43 million, very low for right now. Obviously, we're in a huge downtrend. Tells you all the price is at 1 cent, we're fine. And they finally released their play protocol. This is huge, huge marketing, huge chance of winning a ton of money. Let's go and actually end this right now. This is my favorite part. They just, I think 2 weeks ago they launched it. So they already had 50 winners. Hopefully I could win this week. That'd be nice. Titano, if you're watching this, give me a advantage, please. Anyways, we have $411,000 in here. Obviously, that doesn't go to one winner. It gets split up 25 winners, and then some like 13% goes to like, I don't know, burned. Some gets, but you end up walking away with like a chunk of like 10K or something like that. How are you gonna complain about that? Anyways, I put about like $50 to $70 in here. That's like around 4,000 Titano coins. My chance of winning right now is 1 in 2,300 chance. That's honestly pretty good if you think about it. And like if you buy a big mega lottery ticket from the store, you have like a 1 in a million chance, but this is like 1 in a couple thousand chance. So if you have a family member that's addicted to gambling like that or doing lotto tickets, maybe you should get them in this, because guess what? First, you don't lose your Titano. It keeps rebasing when it's in the play protocol. I rebased 38 Titano tokens already, and you keep they do a drawing every week, and there's 25 winners every week, and it's a big money. It's not just a little money. The money just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, especially when the price keeps going up. Well, obviously it's in the downtrend right now, but when it goes up, it'll keep getting more and more and more. So something to take in consideration. This is my favorite part about Titano. This is what they're updating. Obviously they're getting partnerships and all that squared away. They're not there yet, but this is the newest thing, and I think this is crazy. The team has been insane. They keep producing more and more and better utilities for us, and I'm excited to see what they got in the future. Buy packs are happening soon. I know there's been a lot of questions in the Discord, but they said, I was talking to the founder last night, and he was saying they want the market stable first, so then when they buy back, it actually has an effect. Because when the market's down and they do a buyback, it's gonna go up a little bit, but then it's gonna go even harder down. So we don't want that happening. So they're gonna be doing buybacks occasionally, or twice a week, every week, between $500,000 and $50,000. So it's just at a random time, so no one can time it. That is very smart on their end. But anyways, let's get back into it. So, and talking about Titano, they are actually in a Titano Titan talk. I don't want to go on this too far. It's basically their way of just showing support. They're talking about what they're doing in the future, new things, new implements. Any questions from the chat? I think it's really, really smart. Hosted by Austin Clark. He is a good YouTuber. I love him. He's doing it right now, so hopefully I do not get copyright for that clip. Anyways, don't copyright me, Titano. I'm invested in you. I love you. Anyways, back to it. So the market right now, everything is red. We're in a bloodbath. And honestly, I understand why everyone's freaking out, because we're in a dip. I know. We've been in a dip since November. We haven't had a strong uptrend, I understand, and people's portfolios gone down. People's emotions been going crazy. Mine have too. I just have to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out, okay? That's what the saying is. When in doubt, zoom out. Anyways, the market's down. Yes, I understand. Like Dogecoin, down 34. Solana, down 42. But if you think about it in a rich person's perspective, this is a cheap, everything's on discount, right? Everything's on discount. So just looking at that, just keep DCAing in, dollar cost averaging. It's a good way to get more money, especially in a bear market, which right now we are in a bear market. As you can see, Bitcoin has finally broke its 29,000 resistance level. So if I show you right here, this was $29,000. It is now at $28,000. It actually went down to $26,000 at one point. But right now, it is at a downtrend. It's in a downtrend. So we are officially in a bear market, which everyone, don't freak out about that. Bear markets are actually better than bull markets if you buy. You gotta buy during the bear market. You gotta set your emotions to the side and buy during the bear market, so then you can make profit during the bull market. Because if you just buy during the bull market, it's gonna eventually turn into a bear market and smash you, right? If you're buying right here, right, no one calls the perfect top, right? No one could ever call the perfect top. We all thought we were going to 100,000 last year. It went up, right, and then it fell back down. Now everyone's lost in profits. But if you would have bought during the bear market, your average price entry would be a lot lower and you wouldn't be that concerned about it, right? So, I mean, you just gotta think about it in a rich man's perspective or rich woman's perspective. You just gotta think about it in that way instead of thinking of it as like a crash. You know, all coins are on display right now and we're not crashing, we're not dying. If you wanna see something dying, here, I'll show you really quick. Everyone knows Terra Luna, it's crazy. I don't understand everything. I've done a little bit of research, but honestly, I wasn't invested in it. Thank God. I wasn't invested in it because, jeez. Obviously, it was in the top 10. It was, I think all-time high was like 120 bucks, around 120 bucks, and it just crashed within 7 days. Now, I don't know if the rumors are true, if BlackRock and some other banks just crashed it. I don't know. Comment down below if you do know. If you know, comment down below. I don't know what happened, but I think it's super interesting what happened. Like, one coin in top 10 just crashed to less than a penny, way less than a penny. That is insane. I know it says up 400%, and you might be looking at that going like, I should get in, you know, I should buy this bottom, but I think Terra Luna is dead. I don't think it's gonna come back. USDT or UST, I think it's, yeah, the Terra's stable coin, that's dead. I think it's all dead. I think it's a wrap for their team. They lost a lot of trust. They just kind of crashed to zero, and I don't think we're halfway through the bear market yet. So I don't think we're even all the way through the bear market. You might see 400%, but it's like, you know, it's like one of these spikes. Like, someone buys a lot because they think it's gonna go back up, and it might go back up, but I think it's a really risky decision if you decide to go and buy it. That's just my opinion, by the way. So go at your own risk, not financial advice. Let's move on to the next thing, which is the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which is at a 9 right now. If you don't know what this is basically a scale between a bunch of different things. I don't know where to see where it takes this from, but it's very accurate information. Right now it's in the 9. That's an extreme fear. We haven't been in 9 for a long time. Yesterday we were at 10. Obviously you could see last month 28, 23, 10, 9. It's gone very low. This is a good time to buy. Like Warren Buffett said, when people are greedy, be fearful. And when people are fearful, be greedy, right? I mean, it might be all the way around, but you understand the point. Everyone's fearful. That means you want to be greedy, right? The market's down, everyone's scared, but it's gonna go back up. We almost know that it's gonna go back up. Bitcoin is still really good, and I'll show you why in a second, but this is a time to buy. If you aren't invested, if your grandma's invested, if your parents are invested, if your girlfriend, if your wife, if you are invested, this might be a good time to buy in. And maybe not all your cash, maybe DCA it in. You know, if you have $1,000, maybe put out $10 each day or $100 each week or something like that. You know, just put a little bit of money each week, each day into Bitcoin, into crypto, so it keeps accumulating up and up and up. But you're buying the bear market, so when it does go up, you have a bunch of money in your bags, and then you take profit, then you do your thing, right? People are extremely fearful. We haven't seen 9 in a long time here. If we go to the max, actually if we go to the year chart first, we haven't seen a 9 this year at all. It's only been 10s. So that's very low. We're overextended to the downside, that's saying. Yeah, we haven't seen 9s in a long time, but the last time we did see 9 was quite a while ago. It was back in 2020. Pandemic happened. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but the pandemic happened, and that's when the last time we reached a 9 or an 8, 9-ish, which obviously after the pandemic, if you guys don't remember, Bitcoin, if we go back to Bitcoin's price after the pandemic, Bitcoin 2020 took off insanely. So I'm not saying that's gonna happen, this dip, because I really don't know what's gonna happen, but I think it's gonna go up in the long run. I just think it's gonna take a long time too. I don't think it's gonna be a short-term fix at all. But just don't be fearful, right? People are fearful right now. That's when you want to be greedy. I know it's like your mind's the other way around, and so is mine, but you have to twist it and turn it and really understand what you're looking at if you're gonna invest in this market. You really have to be smart what you're doing. And I think this is the time. So if you have friends, family, this might be the time to get them in. And yeah, just do a bunch of research during this down market, or a sideways market. For a sideways downwards market, do a bunch of research. That's when you get knowledge, become smarter, know what you're looking at. You'll become better off in the long run. Next thing I want to show you, piece of information. We have this 200 EMA daily chart, or 200 EMA chart, whatever, trend line. I'm not 100% sure what I'm looking at, but I do know what the trend is. If we know what the trend is, the arrows are pointing at the dots or at the lines, or at the wicks going down here. I'll show you. If we go in a little bit, you see these little wicks right here. They went below this line, and after fact, it would have a bull market. And I know this doesn't look that big, but it's actually it's probably like a 50% gain. So then we, went down again right here, and then had a huge bull market, right? We went down again, had a big bull market, or big rally. I should say rally, not bull market, but another big rally right here. And right now we are touching that, and I think we just hit below it. So we might come down a little bit further, but that's just saying we are overextended to the downside. And with history, it says that we go up after we go below it or even hit it. So we are due for an uptrend, bull market, whatever you want to say, correction to the upside within a couple months. I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna take. Right here probably took a while, like a couple months, but it could be a couple months, it could be a week, 2 weeks. I don't think it's gonna be that short. I think it's gonna take us a little bit longer to get to the upside again. I think it's gonna be a stronger, not blow off top, but like a accumulation to the top, like that, like a little U. So that's a good sign. That's a bullish sign. That's just saying buy Bitcoin while everyone's scared, and then sell it when it's at the top and everyone's greedy. When you see the fear and greed index at 80, that should be a sign that maybe you should sell, right? When it's over here, you should sell. When it's over here, you should buy. And when it's, I don't know what just happened, but when it's right here, you should maybe just hold your money. Just don't do anything. So that's just not financial advice. That's just what I would do. That's what I'm doing. Anyways, the stock market is also down. It's just not the crypto market, it's also the stock market here. So we have Amazon. The past year, it's down 30%. Now, if we look up the average gain from stocks, I think it's around 10% a year. It's about 10% you gain from a stock a year, okay? Amazon over here lost 29% or 30% in a year. So it went down 3 years basically. So what I'm saying is, it's just not crypto. It's the whole like world market. Obviously we're in a war or Russia's in a war with Ukraine or whatever. There's a war happening. There's a shipping crisis. There's the pandemic in China or whatever that's happening. I don't know anymore. There's high inflation in the US and actually all around the world, to be honest with you. That's why there's a safe place, crypto, Bitcoin. If you look at the max of Amazon, you see all the way up, you see a little correction right over here, 2018, 2019. I don't know why, but we go up during the pandemic actually, just because Amazon became a lot more relevant, a lot more easy to access. No one wanted to go outside. All you had to do is get delivery from Amazon Prime, and hey, you're on your way, right? So Amazon actually right here fell, and this is where it is right now. It's just falling right now. It's free falling, but that's okay. I think it's gonna recover for sure. But good time to buy Amazon? Possibly. I'm not in stocks, but if you are in stocks, could be a good time. Another stock thing that's been falling is Netflix. Netflix, this is like the first time it's had a major drop, and so, same with Amazon. I don't think it ever had like a huge drop like this before. Anyways, this is a major drop for Netflix. It's down, how much percent? 44% in a month. In the 6 months, it's down 72%. In a year, it's down 61%. Not financial advice, but if you have money on the sideline and you're looking to get in crypto and you don't know if you should because it's going down, you don't know how much further it's gonna go down. You're never gonna call the perfect top. You're never gonna call the perfect bottom. You should buy now because everyone's losing. The fear and greed index shows, the 200 EMA shows Netflix shows, I mean Amazon shows, this is your time to get in. This is your time to make some money. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we have the S&P 500 too. Obviously, this was the 2000s crash, the dot-com crash, most people call it, financial crash. Then obviously the pandemic right here, the pandemic crash, and then this is the crash right now that's happening. So I don't know how much further it's gonna go down, but obviously DCA, dollar cost average, whatever you wanna do just to get in there. And yeah, I think this is a perfect time to enter. We should not be panicking if we're investors. If you're traders, I don't know, I'm not a day trader. You can't call perfect dips, but you can hold strong projects and they will keep continuing. Like Titano, I'm not saying it's a strong project, it's still a young project, but what I can say about it is it has a strong team, strong community, good intentions, and if they have all the strong fundamentals, the price will come with it and it will come back up. Even though it's a rebasing project, it's very risky still, so be careful. Right now, I'd invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and yeah, and maybe Cardano. Even though most people hate on Cardano, maybe I should make a video on why I would invest in that. But anyways, all I want to say is have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you next week. Peace.